Coming up on Valley News Live at 6, a Fargo business owner has a Facebook story to share that might save you from losing money.
Plus, some fan-friendly changes coming to the Sioux Pass Ranch just in time for Wheat Fest.
And the Fargo Police Community Picnic is back after last year's cancellation. Valley News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 6.
A downtown Fargo business owner is warning you tonight after he says his Facebook accounts were hacked, draining over $1,500 from his bank accounts and leaving him locked out of both his personal and business profiles, possibly for good.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley dug into it and found a solution. But he says business owners across the valley need to have their guard up.
Inkster's Tattoo and Piercing Shop was only opened 7 months ago, but has had a relatively fast-growing following on social media, saying 90% of their clients have found them from Facebook or Instagram. However, hackers threw a wrench in that.
You always think, oh, that'll never happen to me. Well, I thought that, and it happened to me.
Thompson says he was notified on Sunday that his password on his personal account had been changed. And then came another email
that said my Facebook account had been disabled because it went against community standards.
Thompson says hackers changed his profile photo to a picture of the ISIS flag, locking Thompson out indefinitely to both his page and Inkster's business page.
I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Thompson says when he realized he had been hacked, he shut down his Venmo account linked to his Inkster's Facebook page as fast as he could, but says it was already too late. Thompson says this ad hackers put in his name for women's slip-on shoes garnered nearly 45,000 views, with Facebook charging him over $1,500 for those ads.
And I'm not sure how they get the money through Facebook or whatever, doing it that way because they can or found a back door.
After multiple attempts to get back into his accounts, Thompson reached out to our whistleblower hotline, and within hours of us contacting Facebook, his profiles were restored. But he doesn't want this to happen to anyone else. Now warning other business owners to change passwords and make sure two-factor authentication is on. In downtown Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
This story was submitted through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help with an issue in your community, call 237-6576 and leave your tip.
That was an awful dark cloud that moved through the FM area earlier today. I'm guessing the wind had a lot to do with relocating it quickly. Let's find out from Hutch what's in store tonight. Hutch?
Yeah, indeed. That one was all show and no go as far as rain here in the FM area. It looked like the radar was going to bring us a few drops, but that's about all we got was 6 or 7 40-mile-per-hour peak gusts today out of the south. It's been heating up since that dark cloud made its way through. Not a cloud in the sky out there at the Dakota Magic Casino right now. Most of our western counties quiet. Here it's not quiet. Central Minnesota from Lake of the Woods down into the Brainerd Lakes area. Right now, look at all the lightning. It's easy to pick out which storm is being the most noisy right now. Small hail up to around a ½ inch in diameter from this as it moves off to the east at around 35 miles per hour. Will be near the Grayston area by about 6:17 and on towards Badette by 6:34. We'll keep you posted on that. Lightning, brief heavy rain, a few spotty showers through eastern reaches of Beltrami County right now. It is in the 90s for many. Fargo's temperature has been rising since that dark cloud moved by, Mike, and will stay near 90 through the 8 o'clock hour before cooling off just a little bit. Speaking of cooling off, I have big news on that, and we'll look at Father's Day weekend because we do have a chance at getting some rain from the sky. I'll tell you when in a moment.
All right, thanks so much. Things got heated at a conference about critical race theory in Moorhead last night, and parents were left wondering what it is. According to Education Week, critical race theory is a concept most often used in college classrooms. The core idea of the theory is that racism is a product of broader society rather than an individual's bias or prejudices, and that the historical precedent of racism has caused it to become embedded into legal systems and policies. We reached out to the school districts in the metro, and they say that even though it's created a stir recently, critical race theory has never been a part of their curriculum, and they don't plan on changing that.
Crime in the downtown Fargo area has increased over the last 30 days compared to the previous months. According to the Fargo Police Department, calls for service have increased to 848 from May to June compared to 762 calls for service between April and May. Aggravated assaults increased from 2 to 5 and citations from 44 to 50. Drinking in public and thefts continue to be the biggest issues.
Police in Moorhead need your help finding a couple of suspects in recent thefts involving catalytic converters. The person in this picture is suspected of 2 thefts on the east side of Moorhead within the last month. Now, police also say that the person in this vehicle is suspected of a theft from a Moorhead business in May. Of course, if you have any information, call authorities.
WeFest officials say the venue at Sioux Pass Ranch is getting a much-needed facelift just in time for the 2021 Country Music Festival. The changes come after the festival took a year off and include bringing the general admission seating 200 feet closer to the main stage, better sight lines, and 27 food vendors.
We're not really putting things together with bale twine and bubble gum anymore. It's doing it the right way and doing the improvements that are needed around here.
Becker County Sheriff Todd Glander reminds people that while WeFest is in town, traffic in that area will be congested, asks for people to plan their routes ahead of time.
Happening right now, the Fargo Police Community Picnic is back on track after it was canceled last year due to COVID. Valley News Team's JC Dodd is out there right now. JC, she's joining us live. What's happening?
Mike, there has been a great turnout here at Urban Plains Park where the community has gathered at the annual Fargo Police Picnic and come to interact with the local law enforcement, like little Emerson here who's pushing the button and hanging out with the bikes. There's food, there's fun, there's blow-up toys and games. Everyone is just smiling ear to ear, and it's a great community event. In South Fargo, JC Dodd, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, JC. That event will be going on until 8 o'clock.
The flu and COVID-19 are both contagious respiratory illnesses. However, influenza cases typically spike in the fall, and now some are wondering if COVID-19 will follow a similar trend. Health Department officials say it's too early to tell whether COVID-19 will be a seasonal virus. They say we still have a lot more to learn.
There are human coronaviruses that cause a respiratory illness that we do see seasonally. There are also coronaviruses that are of more concern that have caused illnesses such as SARS or MERS.
Health Department officials say they will keep monitoring COVID-19 in the state and watching for updates from the CDC.
More than 3 million Minnesotans have now gotten at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and more than 2 million people completed the vaccine series. The state continues to encourage Minnesotans to get vaccinated. People who got their first dose between May 27th and June 30th are eligible for a reward through Your Shot to Summer campaign. And those who got at least 1 dose can get a free or discounted drink at establishments participating in the Cheers to the Vaccine campaign. You should also be able to get free or discounted transportation to and from your vaccine appointment until July 4th through Uber and Lyft. And if you still haven't gotten your shots and are still looking for places to get the vaccine, here's some sound advice. Use our VNL Vaccine Tracker. It's on the homepage of our website, or if you've got your phone handy, open your phone camera, point it to the QR code on the screen, and then tap the link that pops up.
Later on Valley News Live at 6. No messing around here. The careful steps taken to deal with a surprise mortar shell.
And it's hot out there. Temperatures kissing 90 degrees in Fargo, warmer out to the west. Remember to seek the shade, stay hydrated. I'll have details on some much cooler weather heading our way. Join me. Weather is next.